miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Houston. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Hey, Lion, easy. Here we go.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Bashal Tutin. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
2nd and 11.
Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. In motion comes Thomas. They'll look to pick it up with Tutin. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Hey, run. This is it. Think right open. Hunt, Silver.
They'll go. Tutin. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They'll go play action with Stroud. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Stroud. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
This one just too far for the receiver in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Rolling to the left. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Jaguar.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Set up the screen here for Tuesday. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Lawrence. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Jacksonville.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
Lawrence is going to give it to Jayton. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Red on red. Hey, change your 11. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the left side, caught by Hunter. 17 yards, the gain there. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
That's another Jaguars.
Hey.
1st down.
Now Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd down, Lawrence. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On the ground, here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6.
It's 3rd and 9.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it 3rd and 9 to begin.
Texas. On the quick, right?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is caught. Finding Higgins. 18 yards on the connection. First down for Houston.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll go up here, 1st and 10.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Midfield to the 45. And he'll be brought down from what a run down to the 40. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Texans first down.
Here we go. Look the hot, look the hot.
From the gun, here's Stroud. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. And it'll set up 2nd down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
11. Swap. Another swap. Hey, south.
Stroud to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. And no return here. This is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his 1st on the year. He'll drop to throw. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
22 yards.
They get 22 yards there. First down, Jacksonville.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go zero.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5. A huge play on fourth down. Pickup of 46 yards.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
A run on first and goal. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there.
On the quick, right? White top, 19. That's it.
On first down, it's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Hey, go.
Here's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I really like the job the defense is doing, Mike, disguising what the coverage looks like before the snap and then what the coverage actually is after the snap. And I think the quarterback's having a hard time really figuring out what am I looking at, where are my targets, where's the coverage holes. And I think it's led to some really big plays by the defense here in the first half.
He will find Thomas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Third down and 3.
11, Agate, 23. Hey, Soko.
Lawrence now. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to have a Jags first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
And the Jaguar first down.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Travis Jones there to bring him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now on 2nd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
This one hauled in by Thomas. And they're into field goal range now, as he's got the first down at the 26-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official, who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make. Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock, they don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. A big hole. Still going. And he will score. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Texans. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Lawrence. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. A couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on down.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
He's got room at the 30. Stroud connects with Collins, and it's a 1st down for Houston.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me?
No chance at all. He'll go down. Foye Oluokun in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stroud, and they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Stroud. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Lawrence now to throw on first down. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And this will be incomplete.
So if this was an NBA game, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
36-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And nice work there. Go into a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
2nd down, Lawrence. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdowns.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the 3rd quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Oh, right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
From the 41, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. 118. That's it.
From the gun, here's Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
11. Wow, what's that? Tony. Hey, south. Tonight.
Here's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Open man, that's Collins. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Hey, south. Tonight.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
All right. Hey, Uno Mars.
On first down, it's Stroud. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
All right. 118. What's that? Tonight.
To throw, it's Stroud, who allows another catch for his favorite target.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Oh, trying to fit it back in the middle of the field. Can't do that. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
11. Rip, 20. Go. Son, take right open.
A first down throw for Lawrence. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Lawrence. There's that man again. Another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup.
So, from 37, here's second and 3. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now here's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
Lawrence now on second down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Red on red.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 6-yard pickup.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. That one batted away in the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage where you need it most. The 2nd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Shooting. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Tootin. And once again, nothing there. Stopped short with no gain. Now 4th and goal.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll begin here on the ground. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Hey, go!
goes sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 15. First down, Jaguars.
Lawrence now. Comeback route, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First down, Jacksonville.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. And now he's not spiking it. It's a fake. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out. Go again from the 3. It is second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Jaguars 32.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch them by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. Has some room inside the 30. And he'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 13-yard line.
30. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll go with the counter on first down. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
Brings up second.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
32.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. This is first and 10.
Grant, 23.
They'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is hard. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Here's first down.
Jaguars first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down. They got him. That is the 50-yard line. Down on second and long.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
They go play action for Lawrence. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Texans. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their two scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen